Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning, ladies and gentlemen, to Global Impromptu Speaking session number 161. What a session it's going to be because the host at the topics master is Toastmaster Umar Farooq Aman, all the way from Pakistan and Saudi Arabia at the same time. Hailing from Pakistan, living in Saudi Arabia, who is known as the toughest topics master. But honestly speaking, I love his topics. His topics are wise, out of the box, out of the world, and challenging at the same time. If something is not challenging, I'm sure we don't really learn much comparatively. Let's see what he has got for us today. Today, you are going to manage your time by yourself. The timing is going to be 1 minute to 2 minutes and 30 seconds. We can manage in between this much time. Just put your point, make sure your conviction is added on it. No matter how we speak, but at least we have tried. We are better than the people who have not tried, isn't it? Can we give each other a big hand for participating and becoming a family member of Global Impromptu Speaking Session? Because this journey has been an amazing journey. It is 161st session continuously. There was 1 month we broke in between, otherwise, it was continuous. No matter it was raining, it was shining, it was a disaster outside, but meeting was continuous. Ladies and gentlemen, with that, I would like to call upon our favorite topics master, host of today's meeting, Toastmaster Umar Farooq, with your thunderous round of applause, please. Welcome, Toastmaster Umar,
Thank you,
the
Dipak.
fervid Umar.
Yes, thank you. Yes, perfect. See, thank you very much, Gigi Amjad, for such a humble introduction. And today, the topics will be easy. Maybe they may look easy. Maybe they will, when you are attempting it, maybe found hard. Maybe hard, but they will, when you attempt it, they will be easy. So that kind of mixture will be there. So word of the day is in my name, Farvid TM Umar Farooq. So you don't forget it. You remember it. So enthusiastic, full of energy, like that is the meanings. So let's begin. We have Savita ma'am, as always, the number one, our number one travel topic speaker. So Savita
Yes,
ma'am, yeah, Savita ma'am, your topic is some people die at 27, but we bury them at 72. Some people die at 27, but we bury them at 72.
thank you so much, our forward table topic master Umar, and our host, DTM Amjadji, for this session. Some people die at 27 and we bury them at 72. These are the people who leave strong imprints in our heart. Physically, we bury them, but mentally, they remain in our heart. Not in our heart, but in our day-to-day activities, we remember them. We remember their good deeds. We remember their actions. We remember how good at their heart, in their nature, and how good they were for the society. Why a person is remembered after they die? Because they have done something great in their life, something big enough to remember. Otherwise, so many people come and go in this life. Who remembers? Just think, our first generation, our parents, then grandparents, then great-grandparents. After that, fourth generation, who remembers? I think out of all of us, nobody remembers the fourth generation. Not even we remember their names, unless they have done something great in our life. And people who die at young, like at 27, means at that young age only they must have achieved something, so they're leaving such strong imprint in our heart. My own nephew, he was just 20 years old, dramatic personality, engineer, and then he was a pilot in Air India. But due to some accident, we lost him. we still remember his deeds. He was such a kind person at such a young age. He was very kind and helpful, ready to do anything for anybody in the family. So I think I can relate this thing to him. He was young, he died so soon, but each and every member remembers today also with that strong feeling towards him. He was a fervid learner, he was a fervid helper. So, yes, some people die at 27, but because of their good deeds, extraordinary deeds, we bury them at 72. We keep them in our heart for a long time. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Interesting take, Saitara. You took a very literal kind of take on it, but good. Good attempt. Good attempt. So now we have Najla, ma'am. Are you ready?
Ready.
Okay. So Najla, ma'am, your topic is all emotion is involuntary when genuine. All emotion is involuntary when genuine. I'll put it in the chat.
Good evening, Impromptu Speech family. I will talk slowly today, and I hope that I will go for the 2 minutes. I will not exceed. What is emotion? Is it only your feelings? Is it the reaction? Is it how people feel about you, or the opposite, or your reaction toward them, toward each other? To me, emotions, it's not only tears. It's just a simple word. If I am kind to a person, of a person kind to other person, that's kind of emotion that is involuntary because it's caused by an action or a situation happened to that person from the other side. So they are just showing their emotional gratitude, for example, or they're showing their emotional stand on that person or on that show. So I guess emotion, it's not only tears, and it's not only hugs, it's not only um, things like that. It's everything that you give to the persons or to life, and it's giving back. Your kindness toward your environment, that's a kind of emotion, but it's an actionable thing. That's involuntary thing that you have to do without you feel what you're doing, without thinking, if I can say. It's not feeling. So it's not only the 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 touching emotional, it is something more, much more than tears and laughter and love. Over to you, Deputy Master. I know it was a tough one, Allah Amar Farooq.
Good attempt. Wonderful take, Najla, ma'am. Wonderful. Puneet.
Yes, Toastmaster.
Puneet, I have a very interesting one for you.
You always have interesting
So,
topics.
I hope you understand it. So your topic is the smallest coffins are the heaviest. The smallest coffins are the heaviest. Puneet, I put it in the chat.
I vividly recollect reading this anecdote from this book called Think and Grow Rich, wherein a mentor advises his disciple or a mentee to follow his dreams. Now, let me go the context behind that one. So, what the mentee asked was in state of dilemma, was in state of confusion, was purposeless in his life. That mentee was stuck. Do you remember the time when you got stuck? Did you take the help of your mentor? Now, this mentee went to take the help of mentor, to which the mentor did one something very unusual. That mentor took that mentee to a cemetery. He was puzzled. Why are you sending me to a cemetery? To which the mentor replied, this is the place where all the treasures are buried. This is the place where all the dreams of people are buried. If you look at all the coffins out here, they are the heaviest out here because those small coffins are filled with regret of people who have not done anything in their life, who had that dreams and aspiration to do something, yet they allowed herd mentality, they succumb to external pressure, and that's why you can see those small coffins out there, which are heaviest in that cemetery. In fact, I remember this framework which I learned from Jeff Bezos, who follows this regret minimization framework. In fact, Jeff Bezos believes in this philosophy that at the age of 70, if I'm looking at my life, whether I'll be happy for not doing certain things or I'll be regret for not trying certain things. And that is one philosophy which prompts Jeff Bezos to take decisions in his life, that do something, but at the end of the day don't regret at the end of your life. And that's exactly what also helped me in my own college life, wherein I was trying everything under the sun. I was part of literature club, debate club, automotive club, any club I was there, because at the end of the 4 years I don't wanted to regret. I don't wanted to be that small coffin which weighs with heavy tons of regret. So, friends, make those choices, go out and live your adventure. Because let's remember this beautiful principle of Jeff Bezos, regret minimization framework, wherein when you look at your life, we don't want to live and die by regret, don't we? Back to you, table topic master.
good, good improvisation, Puneet. And this expression that it was very profound expression for me. Few years back, there was in a Peshawar, a massacre happened in army public school. A terrorist attack and butchered over 100 and maybe 30, 40 kids. And then in the newspaper that the line came, the smallest coffins are the heaviest. So very profound kind of a statement. So I thought it should be. Jaya is with us. Jaya. Yes. Jaya Raghuvanshi.
Yeah.
Jay, your topic is, I will give you an easier one. So your topic is what consumes your mind controls your life. What consumes your mind controls your life.
Oh, it's very difficult to answer. What? I think it's the qualities that you have in you. Um, the morals, um, the self-control, the good and bad, um, positive thinking, outlook that helps you to control your life. So it's up to you. Uh, uh, you should not fall in trap into someone else thoughts and saying and follow them blindly. You need to think twice, 100 times before you take a step, right? Um, your thoughts, your strength, your uh, all the qualities that helps you to control your life. That's what I can say. Over to you.
Okay, that was a good attempt. Well done. Great thoughts and very true. So we have with us Siddharth. Siddharth, you want an easy topic or hard one?
As per you can hit me, I will just try.
Okay, that is an interesting topic.
Okay.
I have read a lot of quotes about success, so it's about success. Success isn't owned, it is rented. Success isn't owned, it is rented. I'll put it in the chat also. So, what is your idea about it?
Success isn't owned, it's rented. It's a little bit typical one, but it's okay. That's a, I don't think that success is being rented. Actually, I think success is being owned, because somebody can't give you some success, or it's something like the spoon feeding. Or I say that I want to be something, and someone will come, and it's like the helicopter landing, and someone will help me for doing that. It can't be just something like that. If you want something, then you have to own that, and for that you have to work out. It's very uh, good example I can say. Once I've seen in the gym club, actually a very rich guy, he came with his bodyguards and all, and there was two bodyguards, and he was helping that's a fat guy who actually entered to the gym and for doing this. But after all that, even he had a two-person to help him, to support him to do the gym. After all, he had to do his push-up himself. Nobody was there to help him. Nobody can help you to do your get your own success. That's the reason why I can say that success is being owned. It can't be rented. Most of the time we forget those things actually, and we wait for the time that someone will come and help us. But we forget that for the things to happen, we have to make the things to work, and we have to be. It's all about the responsibility. Unless we take the responsibility that it is our responsibility, and just because of we, it will change. But most of the time we just poke others star just because of him, my parents, my partners, my boss, my colleagues, this and that. So many things are aligned up that just because of them I'm unable to do anything. And since the time you think that I can own it, means it's if I can own it, means it's right my responsibility how I will be able to get it. And if it's my responsibility, then obviously I have to work on it. And since the time you think that it's your responsibility and you are going to own it, everything will change. Since the day your perspective will change, your mindset will change, everything is going to be changed. So I can say that success is owned, it can't be rented. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Interesting improvisation, and you went against the topic. Good thoughts. So next we have Domain from Jamaica. Domain, your turn.
Just a moment, just a moment.
Okay.
You may go ahead with the question.
Okay, so Domain, your topic is you only lose what you cling to. You only lose what you cling to. I'll put it in the chat also.
Thank you very much, Mr. Table Topics Master, for a good question. You only lose what you cling to. You only lose what you cling to. Now, the idea of possession is generally widely accepted. People consider themselves as owning certain things or having possession of certain things. But truthfully, at the end of the day, do we really own anything outside of ourselves or souls? Do we really own anything? Is it really within our power to keep things as they are? Or is change, as constant as it is, inevitable? In the Buddhist philosophy, it is often taught that one should let go of earthly things to free oneself from the physical realm, that is, to leave things behind, because these things are in fact the source of our hurt, our pain. Now, while to exist in the real world, we must interact with things, we must have things, or we must use things for our own survival. At the end of the day, it is important to understand that these things are not our own and that they may return to the universe, as it were. They may go back to the world that they came from. Even our loved ones, as much as we cherish them and we feel their love and we share their love, it is said in the Bible, it is appointed unto man once to die. We must all come to the end of our lives. And therefore, we cannot cling too much onto things. It's important for us to be able to let go. Mr. Table Topics Master.
Wonderful thoughts, Romain, and great inspiring words. I always say that you never own anybody because you never lose anybody, because you never own them. So wonderful thoughts. We have Sharman, sir.
Yes, Mr. Omar.
So easy one, hard one. all are hard. Huh? No, just kidding. So your topic is accomplishments will prove to be a journey, not destination. Accomplishments will prove to be a journey, not destination.
Yeah, Mr. Topic Master and Global Interference. Accomplishment will improve. Yeah, that's correct. A small chunk at a time, you're achieving, accomplishing, and coming to the second one or other ones, then these all small things are not the 100% your life destinations. So destinations come with a number of accomplishments, I can say. Go for accomplishment, but if you achieve a small chunk in a time, you can achieve your life successes as destination. So better to have small chunks. To achieve small chunks, also you can plan a day, and in the morning session you can see from at the time of you woke up to the breakfast what you have achieved, and also from the time after breakfast to lunch you can see what type of things whether I have spent the last 3 or 4 hours successfully. Likewise, at the end of the day, you can see small things, accomplishments are there. So you can be happy in the night or end of the day. So likewise, if you are happy today, you can achieve tomorrow's challenges also. You can face the challenges very successfully, very confidently. So then you can achieve your bigger long-term uh, objectives of your life, and you can be happy one day at the time of retiring or the time of you're trying to live your active life. You can be happy you have done small things and achieve your life successes. Over to you, Mr. Table Topic Master.
Good thoughts, Sharman, sir. You had a chunk-based approach to your attempt also. Good. So now we have Samriddhi. Samriddhi, are you there? Samriddhi, no, she is not here. Okay, maybe she can take on later on. Maybe. So next is Anita. Is there Anita Koti? Anita left out, I believe. Yes. Next is Babu.
Hi, Umar, I am there.
Yes, Samriddhi. So where are you? I cannot see. Okay, yes. Yes, Samriddhi, your topic is if you have to prove your power, you ain't really that powerful. If you have to prove your power, you really ain't that powerful.
You really? I am not getting that word.
I put it in the chat.
Yes, please.
Got it?
No, I didn't receive the.
Really? It's in the chat. Oh, wait a minute. Yes.
If you have.
I did not enter it.
Okay, sorry. So, good evening, everyone. So, my topic I would just once repeat. If you have to prove your power, you aren't really that powerful. So, I would just relate it with one incident. So, I am a chartered accountant by profession, and I am often questioned, seeing my physique and everything, that are you really a chartered accountant? So, I'm like, I need not prove you this if I am one. Seeing my skills, you come and argue with me, you'll get to know. That is only thing I say. So I think the power of chartered accountant is to argue and to prove yourself at times when there are some loopholes anywhere or when you have to assist a client. This is often happening with, I think, some of the people like me who don't just look matured enough. That's it. And also it happens, I think, just give me a second. As an example, I would also say that often you are told that you are not worthy of this, that I'm sorry, I'm not able to construct my thoughts properly over this topic.
Okay. You want to, just wonderful attempt, but good. You give your own example. So,
I just a second. I have one more example. So, for instance, this happens that at your office, even your juniors might look after you like, are you really a CA? Like they might see you like that. But when it comes to actual working with them, you will get to know everything. That's only I'll have to say, I think. Thank you. This was a thought-provoking topic. I think I'll have to still think about it.
yes, good attempt. Anyways, good. So we have with us Babu.
Yes.
Babu, your topic is people go. People go, but how they left always stays. People go, but how they left always stays. I'll put it in the chat.
I will like to welcome you, Toastmaster Umar. Tomorrow in a club, I am giving a speech. I am giving a eulogy on somebody. Yes, he was someone very close to me. He was my neighbor. He was elder than me, 4 years elder than me. He used to play with me when I was a child. And he also used to teach me when there were board exams. He has left a very strong impact on my life. But around 12 years ago, he passed away at a very small age. I was also a child at that time. And I still remember him on his birthdays. He was like my elder brother. He was a brother from another mother, but still I considered him as my brother. I still remember him, even after 12 years, because the way he left me was really sad and it was really very painful for me. If he had left me by, if he quarreled with me and after that something happens to him, then it might not have impacted me so much, or it might have impacted me so much. That depends. But if you are on any good terms with somebody and he leaves you, then you will remember him, and that person will will keep an impact on your life throughout your life. You can remember him at any moment, and this remembering a person makes a person that whether he has left the world accordingly or he has left the world unaccordingly. That means people will not like to think about him. That is very necessary in our life, that whatever we do to achieve something, we must keep in our mind that our near and dear ones should remember us with a smile on their face, not with an anger on their mind while they are remembering. Yes, and if we do something good to the society, then we will be remembered by the whole society. Thank you, and back to you.
Wonderful, Babu. Great thoughts you related to your own life and the speech that you will be delivering tomorrow. So great. I'm sorry to hear about your friend also. May his soul rest in peace. So I mean, and next we have who is there? Okay, Indu.
Yes. Yes, I'm here.
Indu, your topic is don't play victim to the situation you created. Don't play victim to a situation you created. I'll put it in the chat.
Okay. Good evening, Global Impromptu family, and thank you for this topic, Toastmaster Umar. Don't play victim to a situation that you created. As that's the topic, right? Okay. So, I mean, it's like we would like to achieve so many things in life. We have so many dreams, goals, and there are so many things involved in but we sometimes we feel that we are not strong enough or we are not smart enough or capable enough to achieve that particular thing or to achieve something and so we may blame our circumstances or the timing or the fact that we do not receive enough opportunities to prove ourselves but the truth is that every day is a new day and every day is like a new beginning and you're born every day the sun rises and if you look at life like that then you will think that you will see opportunities everywhere and you will not think that the grass is greener on the other side only and so I think it doesn't make sense to play a victim in any situation, thinking that you cannot do anything or that you don't have the power or you are helpless because um, it's maybe the particular goal is not able to you're not able to see through on that particular day or in that particular phase but you can always plan things and you can do small things whatever is necessary whatever is you can do in your power and you will slowly start moving towards your goal and you will soon reach that goal and you will realize that you will be surprised at yourself that how you landed there and so that's why any situation whatever you encounter in life there is you don't gain anything by playing a victim rather you can just accept it and just think decide that you can move on and you can take a look at it the next time so this is what I would like to say thank you so much over to you Toastmaster.
Wonderful thoughts, Indu. Great. Good attempt. Next is Haritika.
Yes, sir.
Haritika, your topic is if you can't beat fear, do it scared. If you can't beat fear, do it scared. I'll put it in the chat.
Thank you, Mr. Table Topic Master. Thank you for this wonderful topic. If you can't beat fear, do it scared. Yes, you should not be afraid of anything. That is what I get from this topic, and I will share a personal story for this. Last month, my family was COVID positive. Each and every person in the family was COVID positive except me, and the condition at my home was quite severe. My uncle and my father were having some severe issues, but we were afraid of it. But then we thought, if we are getting afraid, the situation will get out of our control anytime. We try to beat the fear and take and scare it in return. So what we did was didn't we didn't like we didn't control, we didn't let the fear control us. Instead, we tried to do the best possible things. We tried to arrange the beds, though we were not able to get into it for first 12 days, but we got on 13 day of getting positive, and we tried to like maintain a positivity around it, not COVID positive, but positive spirits, that so we and my family don't get the negative. Almost 13 people in my family were COVID positive, so that was not like any, no, 2 or 3 people were COVID positive. Everyone in the family was COVID positive. But that time we realized that we have to take the call, and we can't sit like, yeah, we are afraid or we are something. We have to beat and we have to scare it in return. So that's my take. Over to you, Mr. Table Topic Master.
Ritika, your family is so much positive. I just, but this positive word has become so negative right now, over a year now. So, but I hope your family recovers and everybody is fine. And yes, great. So now we have Naveed. Naveed is there?
Audible?
Yes, some background noise is there, but okay, you're audible. So Naveed, your topic is that it is the deepest pain that pushes you to your highest self. It is your deepest pain that pushes you to your highest self. I'll put it in the chat.
Thank you very much, Tabletop Master, and good evening to all of you around the world. I once heard one quotation similar to this. It was, what does not kill you, make you strong. It is really true. I have faced many difficulties in my life, although it is part of humans' life that they receive difficult, they face difficult situations, and they learn from it. And the next time they face the similar situation, they choose another direction or they choose another option. So really true that it is the deepest pain that pushes you to your highest self. Once I heard the story of fear management. There was many children, they had fear of snakes. I don't know I told the story here in this platform or not, but I really got inspiration from it. Teacher told that whoever have the fear of snakes must come here, must come to the road. So 2-3 children came there, and he also got other children from another classroom, and then he brought the snake, and they were afraid that what we will do now. What happened then, that he showed them that like I'm touching the snake and I'm putting it on my shoulder, it is not doing anything. So they were seeing the snake from the from far side, and then one child come there and touch the snake, and he also put it on his shoulder. So then other children also felt that it is not very scary. So then he shared the experiment of one psychologist. He said that fear comes, fear go in guided mastery, like step by step. When you do things step by step, one thing at a time, and second thing at a time, and third thing at a time, and then you will be able to do the fifth and the highest, the most difficult thing at the after doing 4 or 5 steps. So yes, when you are feeling scared of something, do feel that it runs away when you actually come across many times. So thank you very much, Devotor Master.
Good thoughts, Navit. Well attempted. Good. So now we have Purva. Purva, are you there?
Yeah, Umar, I'm there.
Yes, Purva. Your topic is life is what happens when you are busy making other plans. Life is what happens when you are busy making other plans. I will put it in the chat.
All right. Let me take 10 seconds. Okay. Life is what happens when you're busy making other plans. I joined Toastmasters 10 months back. And during April, I was on the position of VPPR, and I decided to do something for my club. I actually had a very clear intention that I wanted to grow myself as a Toastmaster. I want to do my speeches. I wanted to complete my entire pathway, achieve DTM as fast as I can. And I was in a particular direction. But all of then I suddenly felt that, rather than just going for doing speech delivery, why don't we work on our impromptu skills, which are more needed than having those speech delivery skills. And rather than making it speech delivery, we need more of impromptu speaking skills in our life. So I decided to do a 30-day TT workout for my club members, and for other, and later on other people joined as well. Every day at night, just like Toastmaster Umar, I used to conduct every day I conducted a workout, TT workout. I gave them topics. I evaluated them for 3 minutes each one. Sometimes I conducted second round of the table topics as well. And I was thinking, what did I really gain from this? Every day I'm giving topics to other people. I don't get time for myself. I'm investing 3 to 4 hours every day. What am I gaining really? At the end of the 30th day, I was thinking, what is this? And that day, when it was the last day of the TT workout, I heard all the participants in my session saying me thank you. You helped us a lot. Because of you today, we could achieve a lot of awards. We could get the best TT speaker at our club. And then I suddenly realized that although I might be planning something in my life, but there are things which are out of our control. And maybe while I'm doing something, I might gain something very different or totally unexpected from that activity which I did not plan. So life is totally, I mean, it's very unpredictable. And sometimes you just go with the flow, and you will get unexpected happiness from doing work for other people. That is what you get, and none of the participants get this. Okay, it's only the one who conducts the session gets the feeling of being useful to someone. He or she is the only one who gets that satisfaction, which is like you can't measure it with any other tool. Nothing can make you more happy than this, I guess. So yeah, so when life is this, it happens when it truly happens when you are busy making other plans. So yeah, that's all from my side, and over to you, Toastmaster Umar.
Interesting take, Purva, and interesting reply. Good thoughts connected to your own life. So now we have, who is there? Our next one is Dinesh. Are you there?
Yes, Sumar sir. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but noise. Some noise is there. I don't know. Okay.
It's not from my side.
Really? It's not from your side? Anybody can have that hearing that voice noise? Yes.
Can you hear me?
Dinesh is called.
Dinesh. I am
Oh,
calling
sorry.
Dinesh. Dinesh.
Dinesha, mute yourself. Yes.
Okay. Okay. So Dinesh. So I will give you an easy topic, not a hard one. So your topic is
Yes.
the unexamined life is not worth living. The unexamined life is not worth living.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, Umar sir, and good evening, everyone. Unexamined life is not worth living. I think, yeah, I can connect to this, and it's true that uh, sometimes, unexamined life is not worth living. When I say this, uh, so we do many things daily on basis, and we try to improve on the either if you are doing the exercise, you want to improve some muscle, you'll do it daily, right? And at the end, if you don't have proper plan, if you don't have proper feedback on what you are doing, if you don't take the proper protein, right, and it won't take you anywhere. It's just that you are there won't be any diligence. You just go to the gym, or any other thing in that case, right? And it's just that you are putting your efforts, and there won't be any proper diligence over there. So it won't take you the 100% of the target that you want to achieve, right? And if you examine, if you feedback, take the feedback from the mentors, or anyone in that case, right? And that's when you will reach that 50% to 100% goal, right? And so like in any part, like whether it's a Toastmasters, or whether it's your job or anything, right? You at that one point, you have to step back and think that where you are going and what's your plans are. And that's when you'll feel, and you'll keep the balance of your life and the job, so that that it will get the satisfaction at the end of the day, right? Once you take the feedback, and once you retrospect yourself, and uh, yeah, that will definitely make you into a better person. Yeah, that's what I can take it from this. I definitely agree that an examined life is not worth living. Thank you so much, Umar sir.
Wonderful take, Dinesh. Good attempt. Now we have with us Yasmin. Yasmin, are you there? Yasmin is not there. I think she has left. So next we have Munish. Munish, I cannot recognize you. You are completely different now, huh?
Good evening, everybody.
Okay. So Manish, your topic is, if life were predictable, it would cease to be life and be without flavor. If life was predictable, if it would cease to be life and it would lose its flavor. I will put it in the chat.
I didn't understand. Can you please give me another one?
Okay. So your topic is get busy living or get busy dying. Get busy living or get busy dying. So this is a mental workout for you also. It's not physical, huh, Mudish?
Okay. Good evening, everybody. Get busy living or get busy dying. It's better to get busy living. An idle brain is a devil workshop. When you have nothing in our mind, we always think negative. So for that, we have to keep ourselves busy. This I observed a couple of days ago. I used to keep this movies, web series at arm's length. I saw one web series and I started seeing for the past 4 days, and today it was completed. I noticed it wasted my time, that I couldn't do my business. I was so involved, engrossed in that. But I learned one thing, that when you're involved, you're busy in something, you don't think negative. When I go for a morning walk or I go for cycling, I do cycling. My mind is not doing anything. My mind is thinking something negative or positive. When I'm happy, I'm making castle in the air. And when I'm unhappy, the person with whom I have a problem, I'm holding the grudges against with that person. But when you're busy with a new thing in your life, that time you don't think of anything. So it's very important in life to be busy. And this I didn't know earlier, but my kids are also free these days because of COVID-19. My daughter started a business. Maybe I don't think so she is going to make money, and whatever she's going to invest, that also she's going to lose. But I think in my mind, no, she's busy. It's important to be busy. If she's absolutely free, she has nothing to do entire day. If she's free, definitely her mind will go negative because of this COVID. She has to go to Australia for her masters because the borders are closed. She can't go. The entire day she was free at home and she can't go anywhere. So it's very important for everybody to keep themselves busy with one thing or another thing. We should not keep ourselves free. That's the mantra of success. Any person who has risen in life, he didn't sit in the park and bask in the sun for hours. He was doing something. That's the reason today that person, any person who is successful because of this reason only. Thank you. Over to the Toastmaster, please.
Good thoughts, Manish. Good attempt. Good mental workout. We have Shiva with us. Shiva.
Yes, table topic master, Umar, please.
Okay. So your topic is holding a grudge is like drinking and expecting to. Holding a grudge is like drinking poison and expecting other person to die. I'll put it in the chat.
Yes, it is absolutely correct in my point of view, because when you go into the society and expect people to do everything positive for you, everything good for you, you should reciprocate it. Should be in a position to take whatever is offered by people around you and be in a position to give it back to them. If you keep things like grudge or envy others' life, their possessions, you cannot live your life happily, even for one day. You end up spending all your time miserably. You fail to accomplish your desires in your life. Now, when you have grudges for anybody in your heart, you cannot maintain relationship with them. And you become a person, sort of a person full of grudges. So that's not worth living such life, according to me. So it's not at all good to have grudges for somebody in our heart. Always try to maintain good relationships and try to be happy, spreading love and all these good things among people around you. That's all. Back to you, Umar.
Good attempt, Shiva. It was an interesting topic. So good attempt. Well done. So we have Jessie ma'am. Jessie ma'am, I have a very, very easy topic for you.
No issue.
Okay, so Jessie ma'am, your topic is the lion may be more powerful, but the wolf does not perform in the circus. The lion may be more powerful, but the wolf does not perform in the circus. So tell me what this topic is saying to you.
Fellow Toastmasters, the lion may be more powerful, but wolf doesn't perform in the circus. Wolf performs always underground. And what is growing underground or in secret is more dangerous. The lions and tigers are people who fight with the head on. But there are people who were sly and plotting things secretly. They don't perform, but they plot. The performing action is courageous, that is done by people who have a straight face and deal with the situation, every kind of situation. But just like in the animal world, the lions and tigers and then snakes and wolves are cunning side. Even in our lives, also we have bold and the brave and the bold and the sly and the secret people and stealthy people. One thing what you can, it's very difficult to recognize them. What one can do is just, if you are ready to fight or if you are straight in your dealings, you just have to perform. Then the one who doesn't perform can be dangerous, but can you do anything? Mahatma Gandhi was a great performer, and someone killed him. There are people who are they're actors, and I mean, acting means not drama actors, actors in the society, and with one bullet you kill them. As you said, Malala Yusuf was a great performer, but somebody wanted to kill them. So these wolves are everywhere. Can you help them? This is what I understood. Is that the same thing, or I am mistook the message? I want to know now.
Good improvisation, Jessica.
Was it Wolf is the one sly guy?
No, this topic is about knowing your self-worth, your own value. Okay, and how you appreciate it. Maybe you are a lion, you know, but you are performing the circus. You don't know your own value. You are people are making fun of you. You are enjoying it like that. But Wolf doesn't. Wolf knows his value. He's not in the circus. So it's all about knowing your self-worth, knowing who you really are, and doing what you believe is the best. So that is the.
So both are yourself. Okay.
Yes. Okay. So next is Dr. Shakil Anjum.
Yes, sir.
So your topic is loneliness occurs only when you haven't discovered who you really are. Loneliness occurs only when you have not discovered who you really are. I put it in the chat also.
Okay. A person is lonely from the time he comes into the world and from till the time when he leaves the world. Mr. Table Topic Master, fellow Toastmasters, loneliness is such a word that you cannot deny. At any time in your life, you could be lonely, whether when you are getting a bad result in your school days, or you had a bad affair and a breakup. And that is the time, if you fail in your project or your mission, that is the time. Even you are surrounded by friends and family members, you feel lonely. But let me tell you that if you really want to proceed ahead, then this loneliness comes in your life as a pause. That is a break. When you try and see your inner self, where the energy is lacking or where you have went wrong and how you can rectify, use this loneliness as a pause, as a generating field, and definitely make use of it in a positive way. Any person who say that he was never been lonely any time in his life, take it from me, he has never progressed or been successful in life after that. So loneliness, accept it positively as a launching pad for the time coming in your future. Use it fruitfully so that there can be a sentence or you can be an example, an ideal thing. But remember one thing, don't fall prey to things like liquor or anything else, drugs, because loneliness can also lead you in that direction. So always in loneliness, try to be working on yourself, on your inner self, on the positivity, and prepare yourself to launch the leap which is coming and get the lost time which you have in the form of success. Back to you, Mr. Table Topic Master.
Wonderful take, Dr. Shakil Anjum, and great thoughts. So we have with us Sujit. Sujit, are you there? Sujit? No? I will. Sujit is not here. Yes, Sujit. Sujit, I will give you an easy topic, not a hard one. Okay. So your topic is, if you want to make your dreams come true, then don't sleep. If you want to make your dreams come true, then don't sleep.
The topic is very apt for me since I'm a workaholic. I also always expected that as I work more, I will grow in the corporate ladder and move up and up and up. And exactly did that. I worked very hard. And coincidentally, I was in a department called budgeting and planning, which is FP&A function. And there we used to work for continuously around a month when the budgeting cycle goes on. That time, we kind of get aloof from the family, friends, and near and dear ones. Only thing what we do is work. And you know what that takes a toll on your life. If work becomes your only priority, you have to have passion, you have to have interest, hobbies, which is other than your work. Because if work is so enjoyment or interest, and if something happens to the work, your life will just kind of goes shattered, just like a deck of cards which gets blown away with a single blow. So it is quite important that we should have a very holistic living, holistic approach towards life. It's just not the work. It has to be far more pervasive, encompassing, where you have to have interest and passion for other than the work. Thank you, and back to you, table topic master.
Great thoughts, Sujit. Wonderful. We have Dinisha with us. Then we have Farida ma'am, Sunita ma'am is there. Dinisha ma'am, your sound is there something. I don't know what. Now it's now when you take the hands free, I believe.
How is now? Can you hear me?
It's fine. It's fine. Okay. So Dinisha ma'am, your topic is, if you want the rainbow, you gotta put up with the rain. If you want the rainbow, you gotta put up with the rain.
Thank you for the topic. Good evening to all the Global Impromptu family members. The rainbow is a very beautiful thing. We expect everything beautiful for our life also. For that, we work hard. Do whatever we believe that comes and take us a beautiful life. But every day we work and work. Do we have any time to see the beauty of our life? We have to work and see others becoming successful, to make others' life beautiful. Maybe our children, grandchildren, or our bosses as well. And so we make very hard work for training for others' life. And we can't see the rainbow for our lives. I think we have to think again, think twice, think wise, whether we want to see the beauty of our lives. For that, we have to stop, stand, and stare. How can we see the beauty of our lives? So, do you think we have to have some relax for our lives to think on a new way? So I think we have to see the beauty for our lives. We have to see the rainbow, but we have to put on the rain not to make other lives beautiful. Of course, it's all right to make other lives beautiful, but we have to think on ourselves also. So make your life beautiful and to see the rainbow in your life. Thank you, Topic Master.
Good attend, Divisha ma'am. Wonderful. So we have, I think we have finished the time. Did you Amjad, what you suggest? We can take more or we can conclude the session? Finish it? I think. Did you Amjad? Where is Did you Amjad? Legends are remaining still. No, DJ Amjad can decide what is best.
No. Please go ahead. Call all these legends. We can't afford without
Okay.
without
So,
the speak.
Our next speaker is Farida ma'am. Farida ma'am, are you there?
Yes.
Yes. So Farida ma'am, your topic is life proposes a journey to a place where you already are. Life proposes a journey to a place where you already are.
A very good evening to my Furwit Global Impromptu family members. The topic that has been given to me is life proposes a journey to a place where we already are. I totally disagree with this topic. Not only do I disagree with this topic, I actually believe absolutely to the contrary. I believe that with hard work and with a correct mindset, you can not only alter your journey, you can change your goalpost. There are very many people in this world, very many, in fact, far too many. And I would totally like to contest their thoughts that when they say that whatever is going to happen, it's going to happen. So let's not just bother about things. Let's just not work too hard. Let's not just study too hard. There's no point in investing in so and so places or using your brains too much. But you know what? The Almighty has made you a Homo sapien or an Ashraful Makhlukat for a certain reason. He has put you higher up in the animal kingdom for a certain reason. He has given you the power to think and the power to work and the power to do things for a certain reason. And that reason is to turn your destiny around. So for each one of you who thinks this I'm going to impose with great fervor that if for each one of you who thinks that they can do nothing to alter the situation in their life, they can do nothing to change the relationships in their lives, you can prove yourself wrong, you can go for it, you can work on your relationships, you can work on your education, you can work towards your future. You can not only make your journey more beautiful, you can make your goalpost more beautiful and more appealing. This is for each one of you. I really, truly, in my own personal life also. So I'm very happy that TM Umar, you have given me this topic because this can be a cryptic message to my loved and dear ones that please get out of that mind, that shell and that mind space and that mindset that nothing can be done about it. Whatever is to happen is to happen. Let me just play along. Let's just go wherever the Almighty is guiding us. Let us just accept whatever is in fate for us. And we are going to reach our destiny no matter what. And the journey is already pre-decided. Of course, our faith is there. The journey is pre-decided, but it is in our hands to make our journey more beautiful And there's nothing in this world to stop us from changing the end point of the journey as well. So this is my message for tonight. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to speak. I'm trying to make it short. A very good evening to all of you. It has been my pleasure to listen to all of the fervid speakers tonight. A very good evening once again.
Oh, I once again playing the devil's advocate, Farida ma'am. So now here, Sunita ma'am. Sunita ma'am, I have a very easy topic for you. Say it's no use carrying an umbrella if your shoes are leaking. It's no use carrying an umbrella if your shoes are leaking. What does that mean?
I have absolutely no idea what it means, Toastmaster Umar. So you've got to take care of yourself from your head to foot is all that I can say. So if your shoes are leaking, you're still going to fall sick. If you think you're going to walk on wet roads with wet feet, exposing your feet, it's not going to help just having an umbrella over your head. I'll just share an incident with you. A couple of long ago, we were staying in Gujarat, and I come from Kerala. And our Gujarati doctor had been on a visit to Kerala, and he came back and he said, "I saw a very surprising they hold an umbrella to protect themselves from the heat, but they walk around barefoot. Nobody wears chappals." And my father instantly told him, "That's because we like to take care of what is inside our head and not because we are too bothered about our feet." So that was the explanation given. So maybe some people think they have to protect all the gray matter and that is why they carry an umbrella. But in reality, it is not sufficient. You have to take care of yourself from your foot onwards. Basically, it means that you don't take care of only the big things in life. You start looking at the smaller things in life. You pay attention to the smaller things in life, and eventually everything will fall into place. Some people have grandiose plans, they think only in big numbers and big ideas. They don't think that they have to take one step at a time. Over to you, Toastmaster Farooq. Improvisation.
Good attempt. Wonderful. So let's, I think, finish it. DTM Amjad, you'll take that now.
Yes, Toastmaster Umar, I'm ready.
So DTM Amjad, your topic is, I'll give you the same topic that I gave to, I think, Munish first. So if life were predictable, it would cease to be life and be without flavor. If life was predictable, it would cease to be life and without flavor. I put it that way.
Thank you so much, Mr. Topics Master. If life were predictable, it would cease to be life and be without flavor. 100%. I completely agree. And you are going to get award where you are called upon tomorrow. The fun will not be there. There won't be any anxiety. There won't be any excitement because it's all deal done. When the result is tomorrow, you have no idea what's going to happen. There is an anxiety, there is an excitement, there is life, there is fight, there is hope, there is everything. I completely agree with the statement. This is where we play our part with each other. This is where we always connect with all our Creator, Allah Almighty. This is where we all remember we don't have any control over anything. We did not choose anything. I have no idea what will happen in next 5 minutes with my life. We are planning to go outside with our family. I have no idea right now what they are planning to eat because they always eat fast food. I always ask them to let's go eat something healthy, but they convince us with conviction we are going to eat fast food. It's okay, completely all right. This is where life actually resides. I completely agree with the statement. I will not speak much of your time. I will not take much of your time, but will convictionally say that actually this is fun. Do not plan anything. Do not agree anything. If somebody gives you an option, disagree with it, because this is where the fun is. This is where the real life is. This is where actually we challenge ourselves. Without challenge, we are no one but a living a piece of meat. Thank you so much, Mr. Topics Master, with complete agreement of your statement.
Great thoughts, Samir sir. Yes, I agree. Uncertainty is will what leads to growth also, and whatever it's unknown, we explore it. Take the road less traveled. So, great thoughts. Actually,
we have only Toastmaster Umar left. Who would like to give a topic to Toastmaster Umar?
Naveed. Naveed will
Naveed?
take revenge.
Okay, Naveed. Okay, go ahead. Kill it.
Your topic is responding I for an eye leads to make both of you blind. Responding I with I leads to make both of you blind.
Okay, so an eye for an eye makes the world blind. A tooth for a tooth makes everybody toothless. Just kidding. So, see, the best kind of revenge is to improve yourself, to get better. If you are taking revenge from anybody, and okay, he has done bad to me, and if you will do bad to him or her, that whatever, what will be the difference between you and that person? Because when you take revenge, you have to take two the graves, one for yourself, one for your own, because you will not be that same person after that, because you have to fall into that trap of okay, I have taken the revenge, and now it's a consolation for me, I can feel better now. No, it will not make a difference. Whatever has happened in your life, bad, negative, worse, has happened, it cannot be changed. So taking on revenge, doing the same thing, that or maybe worse, sometimes you will go to extra level. Oh, I will go 10 times, 20 times, 30 times. You will even to go to the worstest possible time. You will become so inhuman, wild. What is that? That is not you actually. That is your anger, the grudge that you are holding on, the frustration, the desperation to do get better of that person. That is not your real you. Real you is a kind person, soft person, loving nature. And if you are that, you will not take that decision. You will let go of those things because they are holding you back. That negativity, that anguish is in you. Turn your pains into power. Do better things with it. So anger can be a bad fuel, anger can be a good fuel. It can drive you to do great things also in life. Maybe you go to a root cause, solve problems, think about solutions, how you can get better your life. Because what has happened cannot be changed. You cannot get back what else. So an eye for an eye is not a solution at all. You want to be blind? No. You want other people in the world to be blind also? No. So it's all up to you how you utilize your that hatred and all that in you and convert it into love and kindness and passion for others. Over to you, Timothy.
Thank you so much, Naveed. And thank you so much, Toastmaster Omar Farooq. Can we all give him a big hand for entertaining us for 1 hour and 20 minutes? Toastmaster Omar Farooq, always inspiring, always leading from the front with always interesting topics. Thank you so much. It was fervid session from your side. At least I'm able to add this fervid word in between. All right, with that power vested in me as a host of this meeting, I adjourn the meeting. Thank you so much. Stay blessed and keep your society safe. Thank you so much.